Have you ever wondered how you might have a meaningful and healthy sexual life as you age? This video will look at the surprising benefits of self-pleasure for both men and women, such as lowering the risk of prostate cancer, relieving menstrual cramps, and reducing stress. You'll also discover how to dispel common stereotypes and accept your sexuality in order to improve your general well-being. Stay with us to the end to learn practical strategies and insights that will change your approach to relationships and health in your elderly years. If you are not already subscribed, I recommend doing so and using the notification bell to ensure you do not miss any videos. Your support is much appreciated. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it to help me continue to spread useful information. Now let us begin. Let's take a moment to discuss an area that is frequently overlooked but deeply significant for both men and women as we age: the difficulties we confront in sustaining intimacy and meaningful sexual life. Many of us have had similar experiences, although we tend to avoid sharing them openly. In our society, there is a widespread belief that as we get older, sexual desire inexorably fades, almost as if passion has an end date. But is this the truth? In actuality, the decline in desire is not as unavoidable as we think. It is not true that our desire for intimacy or pleasure diminishes with age. Instead, our bodies change, our minds develop, and we are encouraged to adapt. The way we approach pleasure needs to grow alongside us. It is about discovering new ways to connect, both with others and with ourselves. Now, something extremely strong comes into play: self-pleasure. Unfortunately, this topic is still often veiled in taboo and misunderstanding, making people feel even more lonely in their experiences. But let me assure you that self-pleasure is not shameful or banned. On the contrary, it is one of the most natural and powerful ways to retain a close bond with our bodies. As we get older, self-pleasure becomes an even more important tool for maintaining our physical and emotional health. It's more than simply a source of enjoyment. It's a type of self-care, an opportunity to honor our bodies, and a chance to improve our mental health. Let's explore this a little more. There is no denying that our needs alter as we age. Our hormones fluctuate, our energy levels adjust, and the way we experience intimacy changes. Some people may have physical restrictions, while others may experience emotional obstacles as a result of years of stress or life hardships. However, this does not imply that the door to sexual fulfillment is closed. Far from it. This means that we must learn to approach our bodies with greater compassion, patience, and inquiry. We must accept the idea that pleasure, in whatever form, is a crucial component of our total health, one that should be valued and embraced rather than discarded. Now, let's look at some of the tangible benefits that self-pleasure can provide, particularly as we age. For males, this act of self-care has significant health benefits that should not be disregarded. One of the most compelling findings from recent studies is that frequent ejaculation is associated with a lower risk of prostate cancer. Just think about it for a bit. Something as simple as ejaculation, whether for intimacy with a spouse or personal pleasure, can play a critical role in lowering the risk of catastrophic disease. Some studies have found that men over the age of 40 who ejaculate on a regular basis can reduce their chance of acquiring prostate cancer by up to 30%. That is a shocking statistic. This type of knowledge could enable a large number of guys to take control of their health simply and effectively. It's no longer just about pleasure. It's about protecting your future, and that's a responsibility we have to ourselves. If you are still viewing this video and finding the teachings valuable, please leave a 1 comment below to let me know you are still with me. The significance of self-pleasure is not confined to men. Women can also reap major physical benefits from practicing this type of self-care. As we age, many women may still feel menstrual cramps or other types of discomfort, particularly those associated with pelvic congestion. When women do not have regular orgasms, blood flow in the pelvic region might diminish, causing a sensation of heaviness or even discomfort. Self-pleasure can help boost blood flow in this critical location, relieving pain and preventing these problems from becoming chronic. Beyond physical relaxation, there is something fundamentally essential about maintaining touch with one's own body as it evolves. Women can retain that connection by engaging in self-pleasure, which nurtures their sensuality and keeps them aware of their needs. This takes me to a bigger point: the emotional and psychological effects of self-pleasure. As we progress through life, we may be losing touch with certain aspects of ourselves. Whether it's due to cultural expectations, health concerns, or simply the rush of life's responsibilities, we frequently disregard our own needs for affection, closeness, and even personal happiness. But self-pleasure allows us to rediscover that aspect of ourselves. It reminds us that, regardless of our age, we are still sensuous, lively beings capable of pleasure. We deserve to feel connected to our bodies. Self-love promotes physical and mental wellness. For many of us, this conversation is about regaining something that may have gotten lost along the road. Perhaps it's our trust in our bodies, or our capacity to convey what we want and need to ourselves and others. Self-pleasure provides a space for that. A private moment of connection without judgment, only acceptance. It's about accepting that we are still capable of enjoying pleasure, caring for ourselves, and embracing rather than fearing the changes that come with aging. It's about rewriting the narrative that says aging means giving up joy in favor of embracing a narrative that says aging is about growing our understanding of joy in all of its forms. Let me also emphasize that this is not simply about sexual health in isolation. Our relationship with pleasure is intricately linked to every other part of our life. When we feel good about our bodies and stay connected to what makes us happy, it improves our mental clarity, emotional balance, and even our relationships with others. Nurturing ourselves via self-pleasure heals more than just our physical bodies. We heal our minds and hearts, reminding ourselves that life can be beautiful and delightful at any age. It's about more than simply the physical act. It's about self-compassion and self-discovery, accepting and appreciating ourselves as we are. At the end of the day, whether you're a male concerned about your prostate health, a woman seeking relief from physical discomfort, or simply someone who wants to reconnect with the joy of living in your own body, self-pleasure is an effective technique. It should not be overlooked or viewed as secondary. It's a declaration of self-empowerment, that your health and happiness are important. Aging does not mean the end of pleasure. Rather, it marks the beginning of a new way to feel and appreciate it, complete with the insight and depth that comes with living a full life. So let's start having these open and honest conversations. Let's break the taboos and accept the truth. Self-pleasure, at any age, is more than merely desire. It's about wellness, self-love, and allowing ourselves to pursue joy and connection throughout our lives. Age is not a barrier to enjoyment. Rather, it is an opportunity to experience it in new and intriguing ways. And isn't that something to celebrate? In addition to the benefits mentioned above, there is another compelling reason for both men and women to embrace self-pleasure as they age: its capacity to relieve headaches, which many of us are all too familiar with. How often have we reached for drugs to relieve throbbing chronic pain? However, there is an often overlooked natural treatment right at our fingertips. Orgasms cause a rush of endorphins, the body's potent analgesic. These endorphins reduce pain, sometimes more effectively than over-the-counter drugs. So, instead of reaching for a pill, why not explore self-pleasure as a healthier, more enjoyable way to relieve those annoying headaches? It's an option that not only relieves pain, but also makes you feel more calm and connected to your body. But the benefits don't end there. Self-pleasure has also been scientifically proven to alleviate stress, which is very important in today's fast-paced environment. Stress has become a continuous companion in our lives, particularly when we balance duties, employment, family, and everything in between. We live in a world that expects more from us every day, and the cumulative stress can be harmful to both our mental and physical health. It infiltrates our relationships, disturbs our peace of mind, and even impairs our sleep. However, in this case, self-pleasure can be an unexpected savior. During orgasm, the brain produces dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good chemicals that not only improve our mood, but also assist control and balance our feelings. It's like pressing the reset button for our nervous system. This is especially important as we become older, when mental and emotional health become critical to living a successful, joyous life. We can't afford to let stress take over our happiness, and self-pleasure provides a simple, natural, and personal approach to keep it under control. So consider the overwhelming power of this. A moment of pleasure, a few minutes of personal connection, can have a significant impact on how we deal with the stresses of daily life. It is not just about physical release, but also about emotional release. When we feel good in our own skin and allow ourselves to be joyful, we carry that serenity with us into everything we do. Stress, anxiety, and frustration begin to loosen their grip on us. Instead of feeling continually on edge, we begin to reclaim control, becoming more balanced and centered. That is the power of self-gratification. It is something we should all accept without shame or hesitation. And while we're on the topic of balance, let's talk about sleeplessness, which affects so many individuals as they get older. The inability to fall or stay asleep can feel like torment, depriving us of the rest our bodies require. Sleep is necessary for healing, vitality, and overall well-being, yet many of us struggle to get enough of it as we get older. Here's where self-pleasure emerges as an unexpected ally. Following an orgasm, the body secretes prolactin, a hormone that promotes relaxation and helps to regulate sleep. Prolactin causes a post-orgasmic sense of calm and tiredness, making it simpler to fall asleep. People living with insomnia may find this to be a natural, side-effect-free answer to one of life's most bothersome issues. Rather than relying on sleep aids or enduring sleepless nights, why not try the simple, intimate act of self-pleasure as a means to gently lead the body into sleep? It's a non-prescription cure that only requires a willingness to prioritize your health. Consider the rippling effects of these advantages. By participating in self-pleasure, you not only improve your sexual health, but also treat headaches, stress, and insomnia in a natural, empowering way. It's about taking control of your health and happiness in a highly personal and, more importantly, effective manner. Despite this, many of us are hesitant to discuss or accept it openly. Why? Because of the continuing taboos and guilt associated with the topic. But as we become older, isn't it time to let go of those obsolete ideas? Isn't it time to prioritize what truly matters? Our health, happiness, and ability to live life to the fullest? The truth is that self-pleasure is more than just a physical act. It is an act of self-love, an acknowledgement that you are worthy of feeling good and caring for yourself in all the ways that matter. It's a method to persuade oneself that your enjoyment, comfort, and peace of mind are important, regardless of your age. We devote so much of our lives to caring for others, including our families, work, and communities. But who takes care of us? In moments of self-satisfaction, we restore our concern for ourselves. It's a gift we give ourselves, with advantages that extend far beyond the bedroom. It is about healing, restoration, and, above all, joy. So, whether you're suffering from chronic migraines, daily stress, or the hardships of restless nights, think about self-pleasure as a tool in your wellness arsenal. It's not anything to be ashamed of. It's something to celebrate. Your body, mind, and spirit will reward you. In this fast-paced world where so much is expected of us, making time for yourself to reconnect with your body and find calm is one of the most powerful things you can do. And as we age, that sense of tranquility becomes even more valuable and necessary for living a vigorous, happy life. Do not deny yourself this. Instead, accept it completely. Because in the end, self-satisfaction is more than just pleasure. It's about self-care, self-esteem, and living a life full of love, both for yourself and for the people around you. On the other hand, it's critical to dispel certain popular misconceptions about self-pleasure, myths that have created undue anxiety and confusion for many individuals, particularly men. One of the most persistent and common fallacies is that self-pleasure lowers testosterone levels. This notion has persisted for years, leading some men to believe that indulging in self-pleasure will somehow undermine their masculinity or virility. Let us put the record straight. This is not true. Self-pleasure does not lower testosterone levels. In fact, it can assist in regulating those levels and contribute to a healthy, sexually active lifestyle. So men, there's no need to worry that this exercise may harm your strength or sexual health. On the contrary, embracing it can be an important component of maintaining your general health and energy. Self-pleasure is about more than simply the body. It also includes the mind and soul. This is sometimes forgotten, yet it is critical to recognize the emotional and psychological advantages of this simple yet effective act. When you participate in self-pleasure, you are not just releasing physical tension, but also exploring yourself and becoming more intimate with yourself. It's an opportunity to reconnect with your body, to remind yourself that you're still capable of experiencing pleasure and that your body can still bring you delight, regardless of your age or stage of life. This can have a significant impact on your mood and emotional health. Taking the time to reconnect with your body sends a strong message to your brain. My body is still important. It is still capable of bringing me pleasure and happiness. That message alone has the power to transform people, especially those who feel detached from their feelings of energy. Many older people find that self-pleasure helps to reduce anxiety and depression, both of which can worsen as we age. According to studies and anecdotal accounts, persons who engage in self-pleasure on a regular basis report higher levels of satisfaction with their sexual lives and, as a result, overall quality of life. It's more than merely filling the void when a spouse is unavailable. It's about improving your relationship with yourself and acknowledging that your sexual health is a crucial component of your entire well-being. This is especially crucial for folks who may not be in a relationship. Just because someone is unmarried does not mean they are detached from their own body or their ability to have pleasure. Self-pleasure can be a powerful method to stay in touch with your body's needs, desires, and rhythms. Of course, like with all behaviors, balance is essential. It's natural to ask if self-pleasure can become harmful if done too regularly, and this is a real concern. It is critical to approach it with moderation and mindfulness, just as you would with anything else. Self-pleasure, when it becomes an obsession or compulsive behavior, can have severe consequences. But the issue here is balance, not avoidance. The idea is to preserve a healthy relationship with your body and pleasure, while also acknowledging that self-pleasure is a natural method to care for your physical and mental health. It's about finding a rhythm that suits you, one that makes you feel good, relaxes you, and keeps you connected to yourself. If self-pleasure helps you manage stress, relax, and gain a better awareness of your body, it's a technique worth embracing rather than rejecting. It's a personal, private method of caring for yourself, and there's nothing wrong with it. We live in a society that frequently makes us feel guilty or embarrassed about our sexuality. However, there is no shame in taking care of oneself, whether it's through physical activity, meditation, or self-indulgence. All of these disciplines improve our general well-being. It's time to accept self-pleasure as a valid, healthy method to nourish ourselves both physically and emotionally. At the end of the day, self-pleasure involves more than just physical release. It's about empowerment, self-care, and accepting the joy that your body can bring you, especially as you age. It's about saying, I'm still worthy of pleasure. I am still worthy of delight. And that is a message we all deserve to hear, whether from our partners or, more crucially, from within ourselves. I'd want to take a moment to emphasize something really vital for individuals who may not have a partner. You don't have to be in an intimate relationship to keep your sexuality active. This is a message that is frequently overlooked in the conversation about aging and intimacy. The beauty of self-pleasure is that it reminds us that we are perfectly capable of enjoying our bodies, even when we are alone. There's nothing wrong with this. In fact, it is a tremendously empowering and nourishing exercise that allows us to reconnect with our sense of pleasure, confirming the notion that our bodies can still provide joy, comfort, and well-being regardless of our circumstances. Self-pleasure is more than just a substitute for intimate relationships. It is a significant experience in and of itself. To everyone listening, remember that our sexuality is a substantial element of who we are, our identity, health, and general sense of self. It should not be considered diminishing or irrelevant as we age. Aging does not imply we must abandon sexual pleasure or connection, particularly with ourselves. Self-pleasure can be a great tool for maintaining our health, not only physically, but also emotionally. Consider this. Self-pleasure helps us handle health issues that we frequently ignore, such as pelvic congestion, prostate cancer, headaches, and even insomnia. These are not minor issues. They can have a significant impact on our quality of life. Simply partaking in this natural and enjoyable habit reduces our likelihood of developing certain health issues. Aside from the physical benefits, self-pleasure is an excellent way to alleviate stress, which we all feel to varied degrees, particularly as we negotiate the pressures of daily life. Stress does not go away with age. In fact, it can worsen. Finding healthy ways to relieve tension is critical. I welcome you to explore this exercise without guilt, shame, or preconceived notions. We've been taught to think of self-pleasure as something to hide or avoid, but it's time to abandon those outmoded beliefs. There is nothing wrong with taking care of yourself in such an intimate and personal way. It is an act of self-love, which, my friends, is one of the most powerful gifts we can give ourselves. With age, we have a deeper understanding of the importance of caring for both our bodies and minds. And let me tell you, there is no age limit for care. So, don't be afraid to prioritize your well-being. Self-pleasure is a healthy, beautiful way to connect with yourself, enjoy your body, and embrace the joy of life regardless of your age. It's about appreciating your body and your health, a lifelong discipline. As we conclude this important topic, I want to reflect on all we've covered. We've discussed the importance of self-pleasure, not only as a source of physical health, but also as an emotional well-being tool, especially as we become older. From refuting stereotypes to investigating the myriad benefits, including stress reduction, headache relief, improved sleep, and even a lower risk of prostate cancer, it's apparent that self-care in this way is an act of self-love. Our sexuality, our connection to our bodies, is something to be celebrated, not kept away, and it surely does not wane with age. Thus, what have you learned thus far? Take time to consider one item that jumped out to you from this video. What one thing will you put into practice in your own life? Whether it's shifting your perspective on self-gratification, prioritizing your mental health, or simply being kinder to yourself, I invite you to share your comments here. Thank you for watching.